I already talked about this, but maybe Kel can make sense of what the hell's going on with Scarle.
So today we're going to be taking a look over at Niji-sanji English's Scarlet Yonaguni, who has recently come under fire due to a recent stream. If you didn't know, Scarlet is currently in Japan right now, like a lot of other people, and has recently been taking pictures and streaming about stuff she's doing in Japan. She recently took this picture and tweeted out, "Taking my Scarlet Pepe with me and trying to take pictures discreetly with it is like I'm trying to sell something sus. But looky, this cute pic I took at Ichiran, showing off the Ichiran ramen and the little chibi." And like I said, Scarlet has also been streaming while in Japan and recently had a stream where she was trying a bunch of different cakes from Starbucks, which upset a lot of people and led to a clip that people are posting around over on Twitter. With this person here saying, "I get you're trying to enjoy your time in Japan, but don't call genocide politics, dude. Effing disgusting and just nasty overall." And here is the clip that they are talking about.
I don't know, bro. Please keep your politics out of my chat. I'm gonna time you out. I don't know, bro. Don't. I'm just enjoying my time in Japan, okay? Fuck off with that, okay? Keep the rules. Keep your politics out of my chat. This is for fun. Why are you ruining the fun? Why are you killing the vibe? Cough. Take that somewhere else. Thanks. Thank you. I already fuck off with that shit, dude. Off with that. If you're gonna bring up shit that why? Why are you killing the vibe and breaking my rules?
This leading to
Like I said earlier, she is the streamer. She doesn't want to talk about politics. Even if you came into the stream and was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that America just invaded Mexico." Like, Scarle doesn't want that type of environment anyway. So even if you do have like the moral high ground and whatnot, because you're talking about real life issues, it's not to be brought up in her live stream.
people saying, "Scarlet, stop playing into the Niji red stereotype. Please just educate yourself. Stop acting so childish about a genocide because someone tried to inform you." Someone else saying, "Oh God, she could have said pretty much anything else. I would have been able to forgive her asking people not to bring it up because she is a content creator working for a company, and if she says something..."
I feel like this is like a little messed up to begin with, because what if she doesn't know anything about it? Like, I'm gonna willingly give her the leeway and say she didn't know anything about the Starbucks. What is it? Whatever. Like, nobody's buying Starbucks. Well, like, a lot of people online aren't buying Starbucks, which is not gonna really hit a dent in Starbucks' margins. For one, and for two, it's like, bro, y'all just walked in there, started saying some shit about stuff not related to the stream. If it's not related to the stream, why would you bring it up?
Niji disagrees with, it would be a whole mess, but quote-unquote politics...
This like the people, if somebody's streaming and then they come inside and come into the stream like RIP whoever passed away. Like, bro, not everybody is streaming and paying attention to what's going on outside of the stream, bro. You can't just be coming in with, hey, we got some fucked up news to share, or what's your opinion on the fucked up news right now?
Oh God. Another
Bro.
saying, someone mentioned she apologized. I don't know.
I feel like I think it's just because she's a Niji-sanji, a lot of people are giving her extra shit for this.
Really hope you will educate yourself and won't be one of those people who supports genocide, but the damage is...
Who the fuck supports genocide? Who openly supports genocide? Because I'll say, if y'all bought some shit from China in the last couple years, y'all unfortunately support fucking genocide too. If you don't know, how am I supposed to call you a piece of shit? Scarle doesn't know about what the fuck's going on with Starbucks. Maybe she just likes the cake.
It's done. My brothers and sisters died and starved to death, and you said off with that shit.
Brother, if your people are out here dying, you should go help them. Am I crazy for saying that?
There's also others saying, here's a tip. You shouldn't be looking to VTubers for discussions on politics,
No
shit, and foreign affairs.
No
Their streams
shit.
are also not the place for you to barge in and commander the topics at discussion and ruin the fun. Another saying, we're not having a rerun of Hogwarts with Starbucks. Let's Scarlet
For real?
She
It's some Hogwarts level shit?
in her chat. They broke the rules. Adding on, quote unquote, genocide isn't drama. No matter what your position is on the conflict or even on Starbucks, I think we can all agree going in a streamer's chat to stir up up drama because they bought a Starbucks isn't exactly how you go about it. Others saying not everything needs to be about something serious. People watch people like this to relax and take their minds away from the world. But again, there are even more people saying, I don't care, it's been months, your job is being on socials, but you still decided to go to Starbucks. There is no excuse, especially for a statement like that. And
your job is to be on social. Okay, so Scarle's on social media all the time, so she's supposed to be aware of every little thing that goes on online. Even if you want to sit here and assume the Starbucks thing is something big, I guarantee you it's really not that big. If it was really that big, that shit would have been on the news. Is it on the news? Let me know if it's on the news, because it might be on the news. It might be in that little column, you know, that comes across like, oh, da, 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 right?
But you still decided to go to Starbucks.
Breaking news, people are boycotting Starbucks. I don't hear no shit like that on Fox. I don't see nothing like that on CNN. I don't see nothing like that going over on MSNBC.
There is no excuse.
It ain't on the BBC News. Who the fuck's talking about this shit? I haven't even seen a legitimate reason why it's happening at all. But I'm not online. So, I mean, I guess that would make sense.
For a statement like that. And then there are people...
All I know is it involves Starbucks and involves Israel and Palestine. What Starbucks has to do with Israel and Palestine war is beyond me. But
the quote retweets tweeting out over on Twitter normally saying, Scarlet, thanks to those who are trying to educate her on this, but at the same time, she's a grown woman whose job is being on social media, so she was fully aware, she just doesn't care.
Now you're just assuming that she knew about some shit when she probably didn't know about it because she's online. So if you're online all the time and some shit goes down in South America, I'm supposed to be the one to be like, hey, you should know this shit is happening, right? Because I'm online too. It's just not making any sense, guys.
Another said she does in fact know what she's doing and is very guilty because there is a reason she didn't make a notice tweet for the stream on Twitter. God, I'm so disappointed and disgusted, Scarlet.
She didn't make a notice tweet because she didn't want people on Twitter to find out that she's enjoying Starbucks on stream, even though she's a streamer and has hundreds of people watching her. And somebody's gonna tweet about it. Bro, y'all so fucking stupid.
You're going to hell. And Scarlet has done an apology for this. Here is the...
Look, hey, didn't God say you're not supposed to be telling other people where they supposed to be going after they die? Who the fuck are you to judge who's going to hell and who's going to heaven? Sound like you just gave yourself a one-way ticket, buddy.
Of that apology.
Bucko.
Go ahead and address it. Yes, I see it. I'm terribly sorry. Okay. I'll address it really quick. I didn't think anything of it at the time. Okay. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't think of... Like, I
She even apologized. Y'all should be like, okay, we forgive you. Okay, we forgive you, Scarle.
I'm not very aware of, like, what's going on. I know it sounds very arrogant, and I'm terribly sorry. I won't be...
Bro, you have the privilege to sit around in a fucking cartoon and sit and talk to people and make them horny and they give you money. Are you privileged? Yes. Should you be ashamed of your privilege? No. You just so happen to end up on this side of the world to enjoy these types of luxuries, bro. The Earth is a motherfucking MMORPG. And it also is a big ass game of Fortnite at the same time. The last one survives. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. The shit's random as fuck. Nobody chooses when they're born to be whatever the fuck they are. Whether you're born and you chose to be black, or you're born and you're in Israel when the shit start invading Palestine. You don't choose that shit. Okay? And other people's conflicts, even if they are about your people, if you're not there to fight the fight, it probably does not involve you. Now, if you're willing to go fight, props to you for trying to make a change. But I guarantee you that other people hear that you're going to go fight the fight, they don't give a fuck. Nor should you expect them to give a fuck about what you want to do with your life, just like you shouldn't care about what she wants to do with her life. You guys sit here on Twitter and you advocate for a bunch of shit, but when it comes time for you to actually do something in the real life world, you don't do it. Why is that? Because they don't really care. They don't really care. Remember this. Every time someone's like, oh, you should learn about this, they don't really care. If they really cared, they'd be out there fighting the good fight. They wouldn't be online.
You're doing this again. I'm gonna cut the VOD. I'm terribly sorry. Okay.
She even cut it from the VOD, bro.
Forgive myself, and I will never do this again. I'm terribly sorry. I quickly did like a quick look through, and I was like, oh, okay. I didn't think it was an issue. Or I just didn't know this was a part of it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm just educating myself, and don't worry. I'll cut the VOD, and I'm terribly sorry. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Now, there are tons of people accepting the apology from Scarlet, but there are also a lot of others who aren't. People saying, on the topic of what happened in stream, Scarlet is ignorant, she self-isolates herself from politics and anything that got to do with that. I know she handled the situation aggressively, but it was a honest mistake. What matters is she will learn and grow from her mistake.
Bro. If she doesn't talk about politics on stream, what makes you think she's really going to educate herself on the topic? She said that so y'all would leave her alone. She doesn't care. Why would she? Literally, like, her job is to work in a shithole company and talk about whatever and just make people have a great day. That's literally it. Where in her job description does it say she must talk about every single political move that's going on in the world? I don't see any of these VTubers talking about the state of the fucking whatever Joe Biden was up there talking about. If I was smart, I'd leave right now.
Some people saying 3 days left for the shareholders meeting. Riku is desperate to save Niji-san GEN. Scarlet streams eating Starbucks cakes. Niji fans get—
I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look like Riku really cares about saving Niji-san GEN. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. It looks like he's gonna absorb the company into Niji-san DJP, and then they're gonna try some other shit in a couple months, maybe a year from now.
mad because of the boycott. Scarlet apologizes and modifies the VOD. Niji fans X in flames. They'll treat her like they did Zion now, showing a yacht burning and thinking that Scarlet may be fired due to this, but I don't think that will happen. Others are saying Niji-sanji quote-unquote fans are really trying to bully one of the last few members that's actually sweet and cool. Terrible that Scarlet has to deal with the same entourage of 14-year-olds that hate Doki and Sayu's guts. And then there was someone else that said Scarlet apologized and will cut the VOD. She also said that she's educating herself and she's terribly sorry. People quote retweeting this with Scarlet apologized after threats, people telling she needs to be terminated and should burn in hell. Niji fans are proud of this, by the way.
This is the world we live in.
No wonder they support Niji, but dare want to preach about boycotting other companies. They're actual scum themselves. Others saying it's called damage control because she did not give a fuck. Be so for real right now. Another saying, quote, she's educating herself. Like, sure, but girl, you're a grown throwing a tantrum and calling a literal genocide politics.
I literally did not see her say that about anything specific. All she said was, why are you coming here talking about politics? Which, correct me if I'm wrong, any genocide that happens anywhere on Earth is a political issue. Like, literally a political issue.
What apology fixes this? Beyond this, I think how quick people are to dismiss these kinds of things as politics really shows how making things buzzwordy is damaging. Another saying, to be honest, I wouldn't accept that. She should have known better. This info is everywhere online.
Look, I can't use myself as an example. Y'all gotta have to use yourselves. I know Haru left a comment in the last video. Shout out to Haru. Look, I'm not online, so of course I didn't know shit about the Starbucks boycott. I don't even know what it's really about. All I know it's Israel, Palestine, Starbucks. That's it. That being said, if anybody was probably to take a look and take a glance online to see Starbucks boycott, and then they see some shit about Israel and Palestine, if they didn't already care about the ongoing situation between these two, I'm telling you now, they probably would not care. Because unless they already cared about the Palestine-Israel stuff, then yeah, they would be on board for the boycott. But if you do not pay attention, then of course, you probably wouldn't even be part of the boycott. Because just because you're boycotting doesn't mean everybody's going to participate. Like, Do I agree your boycott sounds good? Sure. Like, yeah, go ahead. Boycott Starbucks. Hell yeah. Down to big companies, big corporations. Yeah, who gives a fuck, right? But if you can't really give me something to rally behind, then it's not going to happen. And even if it does happen, you can get people upset, but there's only so long before people really just stop caring and go back to their normal lives.
Fine. Another saying, at least she apologized. I'll probably still be skeptical for the time being, though. And then this one here said, well, then that's good. Case closed. No more sending hates. At least now she knows and is trying to educate herself on the issue. We also have this response over on Reddit that has gained some traction, saying the dumbest possible controversy just started. Now, if the title didn't give it away, I don't agree with the charges being leveraged in this specific situation. General anti-any color, pro-common sense, and pro-basic decency position aside, but I figured I'd note it for completeness sake, because it seems liable to spiral wildly out of control if left to word of mouth. The situation at the minute is this. Scarlet is in Japan, as we knew, and is streaming from there. Specifically, she's doing a Starbucks haul stream in which McDonald's was allegedly mentioned. These two companies are relevant here because certain groups, primarily on Twitter, have taken to boycotting them, believing that doing
Y'all boycotting McDonald's too? Finally, that shit's been poisoning Americans for the last 20, 30 years.
so will hurt Israel. At some point, a viewer apparently
Wait, what?
have taken to boycotting them, believing that doing so will hurt Israel. At some
Boycotting McDonald's and Starbucks is going to hurt Israel. I'd like to see the rabbit hole for that one.
point, a viewer apparently wrote a comment/chat referring to the still ongoing Israel/Palestine conflict, garnering the response clipped here, and that's the one that we viewed earlier in the video. Following this, a certain group of people on Twitter is now freaking out/getting angry. Scarlet has apologized at a later point in the stream. Scarlet has apologized at a later point in the stream. So yeah, for once, the Nijisanji library is on the less dumb side of the discussion. Noteworthy though is that seemingly a lot of the folks upset with this on Twitter used one or several Niji Oshi marks in their names, so who knows if this will have any relevant impact. People saying things like, this is what happens when 14-year-olds
I'm about to say, these gotta be some dumbass kids.
get their first real political thoughts, burn anything that slightly irks what you stand for. If you believe in the boycott, that's fine, boycott the company. But to get this mad about an internet anime lady buying some goddamn cakes is also tiresome. So yeah, like I said, there are a lot of people supporting Scarlet and are accepting her apology, but there are also a lot of people who genuinely are not going to accept her apology ever.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, they're the type of people, even if a Scarlet got on her hands and knees and said she was sorry, even said she would help boycott, they would be like, no, you're the enemy now.
To continue
Like,
disliking Scarlet for this stream. So
Not that big a deal, brother.
What you all think about what we talked about down below, as this is
Y'all
probably
need to go
my
fight
final
the good
video
fight.
until I return from Japan. I'm leaving tomorrow
Oh,
and
yeah.
will not be returning until like the 28th of March.
Have fun, bro.
I may try and have a video out tomorrow, but I probably won't be able to. I may try and stream later tonight, but no promises on that. I will be back though. I'm not leaving forever. Please.
Yeah, man, go enjoy the vacation, man. KhunShawn news coming soon. I'll see you guys on the next one.